Alright, so round 2. Practice session at Interlagos. Car setting, fuel load 13. Rear front downforce at 100%. Brake bias 40-60. 30mm brake disc, suspension at 0. Compound of tires, soft, slick tires. Automatic gearbox. Practice session, 13 laps. No pit stops. I'm just gonna try my best to squeeze the best lap possible, and then we're gonna move to qualifying. So, let's go. I still remember last time when I tried to play this, on the last corner of the Interlagos, my engine would just burn to hell. So that was fun. Okay, yeah, too fast. I was too fast and I didn't brake early enough. If the weather is gonna change to rain, that's actually gonna be also pretty good because I want to
contend with is visibility. The visors get very dirty out on the track.
I have to practice this track on the wet weather.
The back of their glove or their sleeve. Of course, when it gets really difficult to see, they can peel off one of the clear tear-off strips that cover the visor.
Will the weather change? Yes.
It does look as if the weather may be changing for the worse if those clouds are anything to go by.
Speak of the devil. Yeah, I still need to get that chicane over here. I need to practice it. I'm already getting warning from the commentators about the race.
His previous best at the first split.
About the weather change.
Let's have a look at his practice time so far.
That was a little bit too rough.
His previous best at split 2.
That was a little bit too rough over there.
One thing we might see this year is drivers having problems with cramp. All the teams have followed Williams' lead from last year and positioned their drivers lower in the car, reclined further back with their feet raised up more.
Okay, that was much better. That was already much better.
He's up after the first split.
And that was much worse. Yeah, I'm braking way too late. By the way, that straight is the only straight that I can technically use to like look at the chat and scratch my balls or anything like that.
Down into second.
Because the finish line is basically a very long corner.
Gear, 4th, 5th gear, 6th gear. He's up at split 2. Let's have a look at his practice time so far. He's up after the first
Okay,
split.
that is much better.
This could be a fast one. He's up at the second split.
That was too slow. I never can master this corner over here. It always gives me a lot of trouble.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey Whiskey, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you.
Let's have a look at his practice time so far. He's up after the first split.
Gun retro? Yeah, when it comes to this game, yes. 100%.
I'm looking at his previous times now.
Okay, this is
He's
better.
up after the second split.
This is better, but I think I could take it faster. I just never managed to learn how to do that.
Exceptional! What a great lap!
I can already say that this lap is gonna be slower.
He's down at the first split. Up into second.
Yeah, it's gonna rain.
Up into third. Fourth gear. Down into second. Down into first.
There's already the racing line have disappeared, which means it's colder.
The team will be watching this lap closely on their monitor.
So went slower in this
I
corner.
don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind at split 2.
Yeah, who would have predicted that? Rain on Interlagos? Impossible. Absolutely unprecedented. Funny thing is, I'm gonna have rain on practice session. We're gonna see if we're gonna get the same on qualifying or the race. Because rain could be 100% sunny. It's all up to RNG at this point.
He's up after the second split. What a great
Okay.
lap. And it's a good first split time.
Yeah, I can already see the first raindrops. Hey, Joel. You forgot how bad they were? Come on. They were not all that bad.
I'm looking at his previous times now. He's down at the second split.
But at least we're gonna score the rest of the laps in
I can
rain.
see spots of rain on the monitors now. Let's hope it doesn't turn into a downpour.
This year, all the teams
Yeah,
have lowered the
that's
driving
sarcasm.
speed to try and combat the turbulence caused by the driver's helmet.
That's sarcasm in his
Reducing the
voice.
efficiency of the air intake into the engine. Another benefit they hope to see will be better handling of the car due to the lower centre of gravity.
He's already faster than his previous best at the first split. An interesting point to note is that both Williams and Jordan, two of the great innovators in car design, have opted for an oval air intake above the driver's head. It'll be interesting to see what difference this makes. Fifth, up into sixth. I don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind at split 2.
At this point, I'm just waiting for the rain to fall. I'm not even, like, trying to get the best lap. I just want to practice.
This could be a disastrous combination if it keeps up. 700 horsepower engine, slick tyres and rain.
Hey, Capito. I'm using analogs for the steering. Analog is just better.
How he compares with his previous best lap.
Because
this looks like a slower lap. He's down at split 1.
It basically allows me for better driving, more sensitive driving. I don't have to tap the directional pad to turn. I could just slightly move the analog stick and it's gonna turn as much as I want. I think there's a display of a controller on the left side of the screen. So it should display when I'm braking, when I'm accelerating, when I'm turning.
I'm looking at his previous times now. He's down at the second split.
I can only hope that it's not too obstructing.
We've got wet tyres waiting for you when you think it's wet enough out there.
Not
And
yet.
it's a good first split time.
Not yet. Don't need to change to the wet tires, at least not yet. I really wish that the qualifying on Interlagos is gonna be less rainy because I really want to get a good grip position.
Better his time. He's behind at split 2.
Those cars on Interlagos are gonna be stupid fast. And my biggest advantage is gonna be the fact that I'm not gonna go to the pit stop that very early.
One unique feature of the Stewart car design is the high side
I'm gonna have to like
profile
abuse the
car
fact
with
that
a
the
large
AI
cylinder.
drivers are gonna
It should
get into
reduce
the
the
pits
amount of
every
debris
12
that
or
is sucked up
15
the
laps.
tank into the radiator grill during the normal course of a race. This sort of
Yep,
accumulation
hello,
can
grass.
cause a drop-off between
And
10
this is where I need to go to the pit stop. I
in the
can
radiator's
see under the tires.
He's already
I can see the
behind
slight
his
cloud
best
behind
time
me.
at intermediate 1.
The car is
When
gonna
you're driving a
be
Formula 1 car, you cannot be tense.
at this point the
You're
car is gonna
strapped
start
in. You
slipping.
feel every movement. You're part of the car.
Like
and
this.
If you're tense with the car, it slides that little bit more. You must relax and let the car do the work.
It's looking a bit slippery out there. Do you want to come in for wet tyres?
A bit. Also, this guy should be promoted as the best jump scare ever. Because this guy just screams at you directly into your
I
ear.
don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind
Without a
at
warning.
split 2.
Yeah. Do it! Pit now!
Fuel's getting low. Get ready to come in.
Oh, never mind. That's the end of the that's the end of the practice session. I already done my 13 laps.
The team mechanics are out in the pit lane.
So no training in
Tyre
rain.
covers are off and they're getting ready to receive their man.
They can't afford to make a single...
Excuse me, they ready to what? Martin, phrasing. Phrasing right there, Martin. Yeah, but it is the end of the practice session, so I just put it in anyway. We're gonna get back to the car setup, but we're gonna get the same. We're gonna do the same setting for the qualifying session. The thing is, if I would skip the qualifying session from the race menu, like when I'm driving and then go to the menu, it would move me in slightly into the future, which means the qualifying session will start in the rain. I don't want that. I want to start a qualifying session while it's still sunny. Well, totally forgot about reducing the audio. Thank God I disabled that right now because the music is quite heavily copyrighted, and yeah, I don't really want to risk that. Okay, qualifying session. Let's go. I think I'm gonna be alright with doing 3 races a day, because my thumb is definitely hurting. Because because the thing is, when I'm pressing the X button, I'm not doing it with the the main part of the thumb over here, not with the middle. I'm doing it with the where the joint is, and that is the worst. Well, after a while, it is the worst pain you can actually encounter. So yeah. Can't change throttle to a trigger. Sadly, I wish I could. I really wish I could.
Each tyre manufacturer supplies 2 different compounds, a hard one and a soft one. The teams have to decide after the practice sessions which compound they will use for both qualifying and the race. They have to decide whether or not to use soft tyres, which are faster, but may involve having an extra pit stop.
Well, it's dry at the moment here, but I don't like the look of those black clouds gathering overhead.
Gee whiz, you don't like the dark clouds that are gathering?
Incredible! These drivers are controlling a car about half the weight of a minute.
I wonder
and
why.
These things can accelerate to about 150 miles an hour in 6.5 to 7 seconds. If he can keep this kind of speed up, he'll be looking at a good grid position.
Okay, I really want to squeeze 1 minute and 9 over here. Like, if I would get 1 minute and 8, that would be just superior. But I believe that AI of this game is so fast, they're gonna squeeze 1 minute and 6, 1 minute and 3. Because this game freaking hates me.
Let's see how he compares with the previous qualifying.
Okay, that was a little bit rough, but
He's up on the
rash, but
leader at
still.
intermediate 2.
He's pumping in some really good lap times now.
Yeah, Franson is already squeezing 1 minute and 10, so... Yeah, he's already faster by
That
1/3 of a
means
second.
Things are looking very good for him in tomorrow's race.
He's a real veteran.
So I
of Formula
really,
One.
really need to
Shows
push
him
it.
the
I really
maturity
need to
of his driving.
focus.
Let's see how he compares with the previous qualifying times. That's the fastest time over the first sector we've seen today. Fifth gear, fourth gear, up into fifth. He's looking good for an excellent lap here, up at split 2.
Well, might actually reach it. Thing is, this fragment is considered as a long straight, and all the other cars are always going to be faster on the long straight than me.
That was an excellent lap.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the pits on this lap just to take a look. I think it is possible for me to get a 109.
That's the fastest time over the first sector we've seen today.
If not for the long straight on the finish line, I would like definitely take the second place. Right now I'm on the third, which is still not bad, but I know I can be faster.
He's looking good for an excellent lap here, up at split 2.
Well, I'm pitting anyway, so
With the 107% rule of the past couple of years,
Gonna see
we've
who's
seen
on the
that
first
tail
place
end
now.
Teams have had to sharpen up their act.
Also, I hate
and
this
spend
pit stop.
longer making sure they can do competitive times.
super thin
This means that the gap between the qualifying time from the front
with the
to back of
barriers.
grid
Reminds me of
is now
Monaco.
much less.
Okay, how it looks. So Schumacher is actually slower than me for some reason. At least for now. Prenson is on the first place. Behind him is the Berger. Herbert actually beat Barrichello, but then again, beating the Stewart Ford V10 is not really that big of a challenge. Yeah. I need to reach that 1 minute and 9 so I can get the first place. I guess there's not really much time to lose because I don't know when the rain is gonna start.
He's on a fresh set of tyres, which means that, for a while at least, he'll have something of a time advantage over the other car.
That's slower than his fastest time at intermediate 1.
Well, that's what I get for crossing the finish line while I'm still in the pits.
Normally, motor racing, driving a car right to its limits, is very much a skill from the head.
This is
not
why I
from the
never
heart.
counted the
But
first lap
out on the
after
track
standing in the
today,
pits
we're seeing some really
as a-
passionate performances.
as something that
Up
I
into
could
sixth,
use
down
to
into
beat
second.
my own personal record
Down
or
into
something
first.
to basically get into the grid. Which third position is still, I'm smiling upon that.
That's down on his previous fastest lap at the second split.
I'm smiling upon that. The problem is when I'm going to start the race, I'm going to have to start with the larger fuel load than just 13 laps. It's going to be a fuel load of, I think Interlagos is 72 laps, so it's going to be 36. Also, the rain is coming through, so the best time to get the 1 minute and 9 would be right now.
If he can keep this kind of speed up, he'll be looking at a good grid position.
This and next lap. If it's not gonna rain, there is a chance.
He's up at the second split. If he keeps this up, he could be on pole.
A little bit too slow on this corner over here. I never really liked that corner.
That time means things are looking very good for him in tomorrow's race.
Okay, so we got second place.
Let's see how he compares with the previous qualifying times. That's the fastest time over the first sector we've seen today. Down into second. Down into first. Second gear. Third gear. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. Sixth. He's up on the leader at intermediate 2.
Come on, draft to do its own thing. I don't care if it's like 2 seconds in front of me. Give me the speed. There we go.
Surely put him on pole. There's a light drizzle beginning to come.
There we go. We got 1 minute and
He's
9.
in some really good lap times now.
Not okay. I have to pit stop on this lap
If he can
anyway,
keep this kind of speed up, he'll be looking at a good grid position.
so I cannot beat my own record.
That's intermediate 2, and he's slower than his best.
If I'm gonna launch during this race first, it's gonna be a miracle. I mean, launching is one thing, keeping the position is the other.
Of course, one of the major problems with this amount of water is visibility, with enormous amounts of spray spiralling off the back of the cars, meaning you have to really hang back from the car in front if you want to see where you're going.
Okay, how it looks. So I have over 700th of a second of a leadership over the guy on the second place, over Franson. Unless the weather is gonna stay as it is right now, I'm not gonna be able to drop that time below, like, I think the golden time for me would be 1 minute 9 in like 200, 300 of a second, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to reach that. I mean, one way to find out before the rain is gonna just totally ruin it.
I may be speaking too soon, but it looks to me as if the rain isn't as hard as it was.
Yes, you are speaking too soon. By the way, it's Interlagos. You always speak too soon.
He's down at the first split.
I mean, technically, we are right now. We are just driving to the finish.
The front wings on these cars have had to be changed in recent years. They now have a thicker, rounded end plate so they can stand a much lesser chance of puncturing a tyre if they hit it.
Yo, Minardi, come on. Thank you. Because I need that straight for myself.
Let's see how he compares with the previous qualifying times. That's intermediate 2, and he's slower than his best. One thing we might see this year is drivers having problems with cramp. All the teams have followed Williams' lead from last year and positioned their drivers lower in the car, reclined further back with their feet raised up more.
One of the problems the drivers have to contend with is visibility. Their visors get very dirty out on the track. Every 5 laps or so they'll need to give it a wipe to keep it clear with the back of their glove or their sleeve. Of course, when it gets really difficult to see, they can peel off one of the clear tear-off strips that cover the visor.
He's down at the first split. Up into sixth. Down into second. Down into first.
The rain is actually letting go.
I'm looking at the qualifying lap times now. That's down on his previous fastest lap over the second sector.
This year, all the teams have lowered the driving seat to try and combat the turbulence caused by
It's
the
a miracle,
driver's
guys. The
helmet,
rain
which
actually have
reduces
decided to
the
let
efficiency
go
of
on
the air intake into the
Interlagos.
engine. Another benefit they hope to see will be better handling of the car due to the lower centre of gravity.
Good part, I'm gonna get draft. Bad part, I have a car in front of me.
He's already behind at the first split.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get a better lap time than this. Not with this guy in the front.
He's down at the second split.
If I was out there on the track, I would be beginning to wonder now whether it's dry enough.
Okay,
and
one
whether
lap.
there
This
is enough
this
grip
tech.
to come in and swap to slick tyres with their speed advantage.
Well, okay.
He's out of the Brazilian Grand Prix 1997.
Okay. Fuel line failure on the second to last lap. So we are not beating the record that we currently had. Time to see where I have landed on the grid. Fourth. Turns out Schumacher have done a 1 second and 100th of a second lap faster than me. So yeah, I'm fourth. Probably gonna lose all of those positions because Interlagos has how many laps? 71. So I'm counting 72. So it's gonna be 36 laps before I will be able to pit in. So let's just adjust the fuel amount. Let me just check. Let me just double check that. Yeah. That's gonna be fun. Everybody's gonna have at least a half of the fuel capacity that I do. So yeah, this is gonna be. This might hurt a little bit, but it is Interlagos, so I'm not expecting to get a win. All right, let's just start the session. Let's go for the race. Yeah, it's not a bad racing start, but I would prefer to be first, so I can go through Senna much easier.
Hello and welcome to the Brazilian Grand Prix 1997. Here at the Autodromo José Carlos Pache in Interlagos.
She's gonna turn on the lights.
The track here has a reputation for being fast, bumpy and difficult. Although there are good overtaking opportunities with that long back straight. Usually we see some fine weather here. Although 1996 was an exception when Damon Hill dominated the race from start to finish despite the rain.
And now he's 17.
The drivers are getting ready for the start. They're lined up on the grid. Watch for the lights going out. Go! They fly off the grid towards turn one. He probably just lost concentration for a second, and that was all it took.
Yeah, the fuel that I'm carrying already is All the 36 laps of fuel is already shining through. It's gonna shine even more because I have cars behind me. Or this is gonna start happening.
Two. He's collided with Irvine.
Well,
It's
good
the
job,
Canadian.
Irvine.
He's down out of the top 6. Hannes has managed to get past. Remarkable. He's overtaken Hannes.
Classic Irvine. Oh, Irvine. Beep-a-deep-a-deep-boop.
Race order. In first place, Heitz Harold Frentzen. In second position, Gerhard Berger. In third position, Michael Schumacher. In fourth, Jean Alesi. In fifth, Giancarlo Fisichella. In sixth, Ralf Schumacher.
Well, thankfully I didn't got the white and black flag for that one.
There's only a small gap between them now. The car in front will really be feeling the pressure. That's past Coulthard. Into lap 3. The weather's getting overcast now. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse.
Actually, I kind of hope it's gonna get worse, because rain works for my benefit, but also makes me more drifty. So,
And the gap is closing.
it's 50-50. Then again, who knows? I mean, it's RNG. The weather might not change whatsoever throughout the entire race. It could just be cloudy the entire race. Which technically, condition-wise, it's considered
And
sunny.
the gap is closing.
And I'm taking that corner way too wide, which is gonna give him more speed.
Okay, let's see how
Okay,
the
draft.
drivers are doing lower down the order.
Give me the
In
power.
7th place, Mika Häkkinen. In 8th place, Williams number 1. 9th, David Coulthard. He's overtaken Häkkinen. He's up on the leader at split 1. He's closing the gap. He never, ever gives up.
Okay, so the Jordans are on a
He's
6th and
closing
5th
the gap
position
in
now.
front. Let's see how they stand now. The race leader, Heitz Harold Frentzen. In second, Gerhard Berger. Third, Michael Schumacher. In fourth position, Jean Alesi. In fifth position, Giancarlo Fisichella. Sixth, Ralf Schumacher. He's closing the gap. His lap time is quicker than the car he's chasing.
As it's supposed to be. Yeah, I'm not gonna overtake him. He's gonna be faster right now.
There's only a small gap between them now. The car in front will really be feeling the pressure.
And I need a better and much better situation to overtake than this.
In 8th place, Mika Häkkinen. 9th, Shinji Nakano.
So I will punch him once more.
He's dropping back a bit.
Got him. That's
He'll be
6.
wanting to hold on to his position for dear life now because it'll mean all important championship points. Superlative! He's closing the gap in front.
That was a little bit too heavy of braking on the Senna.
He's definitely gaining.
My first pit stop, or whenever that pit stop is gonna happen, it's gonna be over 10 seconds because front wing and back wing is damaged. Uh-oh.
He's swarming about all over his gearbox.
It might be raining in Interlagos. Who could have ever suspected that happening?
Race order. Heinz Harald Frentzen, Gerhard Berger, Jean Alesi, Michael Schumacher. His lap time is quicker than the
Actually,
car he's
Frentzen is on the
chasing.
second place, which is pretty damn good. Because if something's gonna happen to me, Frentzen has all the opportunities to gain some points for the team. Could it be a double?
Fifth position now. He's up on the leader at split 1.
Nah, just a single overtake, but it's still good because I gained the 5th position. Not gonna overtake him over here,
Look at
that's too
that.
risky.
He's ducking and diving all over the place trying to get past. He's closing the gap in front.
Bye, Felicia.
He takes 4th.
Okay, so how it's gonna be? Are we gonna be raining or yeah, it's gonna rain. I can already see the first raindrops falling onto the track. So again, it works for my benefit, because the drivers are gonna get into the pit stop either starting right now or the next lap. And I'm not stopping immediately. I'm basically using all the grip that I can still have in the car before I even go to the pit stop.
And the gap is closing.
So it might give me the first position. Might doesn't mean that it will.
Well,
I can already see
spots of rain
Benetton
on
going
monitors
into
now.
the
Let's
pits.
hope it doesn't turn into a downpour. That's one in third place.
Actually, I only moved to one single position, so...
He's a real veteran of Formula One, and it shows in the maturity of his driving.
He's dropping back a bit.
Not bad at all.
Race order. Heights Harold Frenson. Jean Alesi. Williams number 1. Ralph Schumacher. The gap is growing.
Frenson might be already in the pits.
Sensational. He's moved up to second place.
Yep,
He's
he was in the pit. I
closing
just
the
went
gap in
past him.
front. Brilliant. That's into first place.
Hey,
Lap
Thunder.
times are beginning to get slower now as the drivers have to pick their way more carefully through this damp circuit. One unique feature
That's
of the
my new-
small car
that's my
design
new
is the
name.
high side pods on the car and the large turning vane, which should reduce the amount of debris that is sucked off the track into the radiator.
That's my
fluid
NASCAR
during the
name.
normal course of a race. This sort of accumulation can actually cause a drop-off between 10 and 20% in the radiator's efficiency.
Now once again, similar situation to Melbourne. Just gaining that lead. Gain as much time as possible before I have to go to the pit stop myself. Yes, I'm using an emulator, Duck Station. My real thing is missing a cable.
It's looking a bit slippery out there. Do you want to come in for wet tires?
No, not yet. I'm not gonna move to wet tires. I can still drive it like this, by the way. But I'm using an emulator because my actual console is missing a cable. The one that connects from the console itself to the TV. Also, the console is being locked for like several years now. Over 10 years now, come to think about it, so I doubt it's gonna work. I still have it. It's my childhood relic. And I refuse to basically drop it into the trash. If somebody's gonna drop it into the trash for me, I'm gonna drop them into the trash.
He is in charge.
"16 seconds? That's okay. I need more than 20 seconds of the leadership if I want to go to the pits to change for the wet tires."
Gerhard Berger, Jean Alesi.
That's gonna be a corner over here.
It's looking a bit slippery
And
out
this
there.
is the-
Do you want to come in for wet tires?
And this is where we're gonna... This is where we're gonna pit. As I can see from the tires. Whoa!
He's just hit Katayama.
Nice one. Yeah, I can already see my acceleration suffering quite heavily. Whoever invented this pit stop should get freaking hanged by a rib. I hate it.
He's crossed the white line now. That means you have to slow down to 75 miles per hour in the pit lane, which he does by hitting a button that activates the rev limiter.
He'll be very aware that races can be won or lost in the pit lane. The team will have wanted to get him away faster than that.
In
Well,
these kind of
duh.
conditions, the drivers will be carefully feeling their way round the track and probably lapping some 15 to 20 seconds slower than in the drive.
Lapping now is gonna be definitely much slower. Frentzen actually has the fastest lap of the race with 1:11. The funny part is the qualifying lap times do not reflect the race times. Like, these guys are gonna be much faster in qualifying than they are in the race. Unless the AI of the game will be decide to be like, hey, let's give this guy a freaking DRS, which doesn't exist in 97, but let's give him the DRS on throughout the entire track for first 12 laps. Which might actually happen in Buenos Aires. Might doesn't mean that it will. Actually, hold up. I need to check something with the OBS. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I have it on the loop playlist. Sorry about that. I need to check if the music is working. Hey, Crystal.
The rain's absolutely lashing down on the track. Driving conditions are getting worse all the time.
And take a look at that. You know you're lapping stuff when you see Minardis. If there was one team that is driving on like constant copium in the 97 was Arrow's Yamaha. Because they claimed that with their upgraded V10 engine and Damon Hill in their team, they're going to win. They were on such copium, man.
Race order. Williams number 1. Heights Harold Frentzen. Jean Alesi. Gerhard Berger.
What are you doing? This guy was ready to push me into the freaking grass instead of letting me go. No. No. When it comes to racing games, like, it's only PlayStation library. Nothing from earlier, because I started playing video games since 1998. I know what, like, Cruisin' USA is, and I know those games were ported from arcade. But I don't really know anything that much about them. I'm spinning so much in this rain.
Approximately a quarter of the race distance covered so far.
Quarter of the race behind us. It's time for a longer three-fourths of the race. Hey, Crunch.
Race order. Williams number 1. Heights Harold Frenson. Gerhard Berger. Jean Alesi.
Where the aliens? The aliens and monsters and all of that, it's gonna come back eventually. This game is not as long as what people would think. It's like maybe 5 days of a playthrough. And that, of course, assumes that I'm not gonna go through any malfunctions.
This young man had a fantastic first season last year, giving his teammates
Hey, look, it's Irvine.
a real run for his money in the championship battle. This year, all eyes will be on the French Canadian as he continues his Formula One campaign.
Not slipping on the side of the road this time, huh? Yeah, all the shoutouts are gonna have to wait. Because I'm currently driving, and it's not really possible for me to, like... Well, I need to find a good straight to give you a shoutout, and this is not the one. And as a matter of fact, it's the worst place to...
Williams
Oh my
#1.
god, what the fuck was that?
Damage on the car.
Okay, I'm gonna pit and give you a shoutout. You just lost control on the straight over there.
Damage there. Do you want to come in?
There's the all clear. The green flag's being waved.
He lost the entire power and right there on the straight on the... Right on the finish line. Oh well, I'm gonna have to drive a little bit slower for this lap. So now my worst enemy is showing up, the understeering. Because Jordan just lost all the power and all the grip right on the finish line. I think the only uneventful race that we're gonna see is gonna be in Hockenheim.
We're ready for you if you want to get that damage fixed.
The team will...
Alright, I'm gonna give you a shout out right now, Crunch. Alright, there we go.
have a chance to fix some of that damage now.
Front and back wing is damaged.
As fast as they can.
I almost forgot to switch to the freaking wets.
Race order. Williams number 1. Heights Harold Frankson. Michael Schumacher.
I'm still doing good on time, so I have not lost anything. 15 laps till the pit stop. Yeah, see again. Now it's one of the Prosts that have done the same thing. They just lost control. They just lost the power in the middle of the road. And it's very, very difficult to react to that when you know that every turn that you make can make you lose the control over your own car as well. And what is this Prost doing? Why is he not letting me... Why is he charging? Like, what's the point? You're getting lapped. It's your holy duty to let the faster car let go. Like these two gentlemen over there. You're welcome, Crunch. I can only hope that it's not gonna rain all the time. Because it's all fun and games in the rain, but a little bit of sun would also not kill me. Schumacher is actually retaking his leadership into the race. He's now 2 seconds behind Frampton.
He knows what he's got to do, and he's doing it.
Yeah, it's winning a race. That's what I need to do.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Heinz Harold Frentzen. Jean Alesi.
Yeah, Schumacher have regained his second position now.
The drivers will be getting into their rhythm now for the middle section of the race.
I doubt that he's... Oh. Okay. I doubt that Schumacher is gonna be fast enough to catch on me. Then again, I see how my car behaves. It doesn't matter if I have over a minute leadership. If one mistake during the race, like one landing too far into the grass, can just end it all. In game, you can recover from that. From being beached. In real life, once you beat yourself into the grass or you go into the barrier, that's it. The end. Also depends on the scale of the damage to the suspension and the brakes and the tires. Even though the spare cars are existing. Notice the mouse icon on the very corner. Had to move it. Okay, Frentzen in front. Satisfying overtake. So this one we pretty much lapped everybody but Schumacher. And I'm never gonna figure out this corner over here. It's always gonna be drifty for me. Yep, thunder and lightning. And there goes the Schumacher, lapped right now. Every single car at this point got lapped at least once, with an exception of Minardi, because these guys are getting lapped like 3 times right now. Okay, that's they don't. They definitely got lapped like once at least.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Heinz Harold Frentzen.
Okay, my car is getting brighter, which means that the rain is actually starting to stop. Of course, the game might change its mind at any second now. As we can see, the road is also getting brighter as we speak. That means the rain is gone. Rain might actually stop at any second now. But because it's I set up the weather to be variable, that means the script might change its mind at any point. It might get sunny in a second, and the next 3 laps it can become rainy again. Or the game might be like, okay, I changed my mind back to the rain. Like right now as we speak. It doesn't seem like it. Now it's my role to basically figure out a good moment where I can swap the tires from wets to slicks. And we actually might have a rest of the race in the beautiful, beautiful sun. Which means I'm going to be faster, but also the AI is going to be faster. Don't think that actually going to bring any difference, considering that every single car at this point got lapped by me. On the plus side, I might be able to beat the Haynes Howard, for instance, lap record. Which is 1 minute 11. What, bro, what are you doing?
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Heinz Harald Frentzen.
I'm constantly watching the tires right now. Oh boy, okay. I'm watching the tires right now, and I think the weather got actually worse. I can see the water splashing from underneath the tires. Like, they're very, very strong. So I don't think that the rainy weather is actually going to stop. As a matter of fact, I believe it's actually going to get even worse now. But there goes our hopes for the sun. No, there's no hot for tire wear. You basically get a notification that, hey, your tires are going bad, get into the pits. You only get a notification from a guy. You cannot control when that's gonna happen. Yep, the weather got worse. Ooh. Yep, the car is getting back to being darker. We're staying in the rain. We're staying in the rain, ladies and gentlemen. We got debated. Okay, what's McLaren is going to do? Because right now he's just pressing forward. Six more laps and I will go to the pit stop. for refueling and probably the tire change as well. The weather that we currently have on the track is actually matching with the weather that I have outside, which is pretty rainy. Not cold, but pretty rainy. And again, wow. This weather is more undecided than my ex-girlfriend when I ask her about, hey, what do you want for lunch? I'm gonna have what you have. You brought the burgers again? Guys, I'm not the only one who had to go through that, at least once. I'm not the only one, let's be honest. Or maybe to make it easier, or maybe not easier, a better example. When you work in the retail or when you work in McDonald's and you have this one customer that's being like, I'm gonna have I just cannot decide itself. Just no thoughts, brain empty. It's a daily occurrence. Weather, wake up your fucking mind. It was starting to get sunny for like 1 second and get dark again. It is Interlagos. Yep, anything can happen in Interlagos, that's very true. Hey Jazz, how you doing? Yeah, weather please, exactly. I don't remember from where that would be, but I do remember there was something. I think it could be a SpongeBob. Nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime. Of course, there's no race in the dark when it comes to Formula One. Like, I think the only race that is like being driven in the night or in the evening. Isn't that the race in Abu Dhabi? That's being driven at the night because it has the only possible cold conditions at that point? I honestly don't know because I'm not very oriented when it comes to modern Formula One. Unless I see something that actually brings my attention. Two more laps and then going for the pit stop.
I've said it so many times before, Martin, but I'll say it again. Catching is one thing, passing is quite another. Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Gerhard Berger.
Bahrain, Singapore, Saudi Arabia, and Abu Dhabi all night races. Okay. Las Vegas is also gonna be at night, I see. Oh, hi, Franson. Did Franson have a drop from his third position or something? I need to see the grid. Yeah, okay, that is not a good...
He's hit Berger.
Yeah, I hit Burger because freaking Stewart over here have scared the living shit out of me.
Through the race.
It's not a serious damage though, so it's all good. On this lap, I'm gonna go to the pit stop. Hi, Minardi. Bye, Minardi. I shit on Minardi because I don't really like the livery, but they're not really the weakest cars in the game. Because that goes to the Tyrrell Ford. They have the weakest engine available. They have the Cosworth V8 engine. Which Cosworth engines are good for rally, but for F1 they were not really that good. Especially when you use two different models on two different cars.
There'll be a new front wing waiting for him in the team pit area.
Alright, taking the car for 37 laps. Actually gonna pause because I need to drink some water.
Drink some water.
Yeah, but okay, I'm gonna drink for the second time. In an actual Formula 1 car, you would have a bottle of water inside of your, I think, helmet or somewhere by you, and you have a straw that will be basically led to your face.
Race order. Williams #1. Michael Schumacher.
All right, let's go.
John Alesi. Gerhard Berger.
Time for the win the rest of the race. Of course, now I'm gonna be slower because I'm carrying like 37 kilograms of fuel, not liters, kilograms. That calculation is made immediately. That calculation is made specifically for Formula 1 cars. Because counting fuel in kilograms makes it much better and gives you more precise numbers when it comes to calculating optimum weight of the car while you in Formula 1. Frentzen actually have dropped down from the 3rd position to 5th, which is quite worrying. That means that if Frentzen is gonna keep his position, he's only gonna get 2 points. And I really wish for him to get a higher position. Because I'm thinking, hey, just in case, hey, what's gonna happen if I'm gonna get a malfunction? He's gonna be the only guy that's gonna get any points. Speak of the devil. And it seems like he's really not in a hurry. He's really has a confidence that I'm gonna finish the race. Stewart again, just lashing right in front of me. And again, it's kind of difficult to blame them because of all the water that they are ejecting from the back of the car. It's really difficult to see what's behind you. Plus the speed. In real life, these cars would actually keep their distance, like a lot more distance, so they don't get sprayed all the time. In game, they can be basically inches away from each other, and they're just gonna do whatever they are currently doing.
You're strapped in. You feel every movement. You're part of the car, and if you're tense with the car, it slides up a little bit more. You must relax and let the car do the work.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Gerhard Berger.
Yeah, me touching that curb that right before over there scared me a little bit because I was afraid that I was gonna crash into McLaren. Because as we could see, he would eventually slow down. I really need to start making thumbnails for my YouTube videos. That should be like a basic thing. Which means I'm gonna have to bring up the good old paint and try to figure out how to do it, because I have not done any thumbnails like in ages. Like, ever. Because if there's a one type of thumbnail that I truly hate on YouTube that is very popular, it's like the stupid splashes. Not splashes, but like stupid photo with a lot of stuff going on, and everybody going, Jimmy! Hey Jimmy! Good game this? A very good game. My first game that I have ever played, and I love it. Like, I understand that some people want to simply, you know, put like their faces in thumbnails, but in some cases it just looks a little bit weird. That's what I was simply trying to say. It's a very good game. For its generation, it was probably, because it was 97, 98, it was the best or even closest thing to the sim racing that you can ever get. Get it pretty... No. You stepped in the wrong moment, okay? It's all your fault. I'm blaming you, okay? It's your bad timing. It's not my fault. I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm always right, okay? No, I'm just kidding. Hope you're doing well. And actually, I'm gonna pause because I'm so professional. I'm not. And I'm gonna do this. Slap. One and only, the Jummer. Spanks, you're welcome. Hope you're doing well.
Order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Gerhard Berger.
Okay, I can see the mouse icon. Just gonna move that. Still have this game on disc. I also do have it on disc. It's somewhere on the shelf. Sadly, I do not have the console anymore. I mean, I do have a console. I don't have the cable for the console. The man, the legend himself, Jimmer. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of overwhelmed to see you over here. Was not really expecting that.
Fuel load, as in the aviation industry, is measured in kilos, not litres, and is precisely calculated to give optimum performance for minimum weight.
You saw my Twitter DM? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I wish I had enough space for a like simple steering wheel. Because I think I only had the steering wheel once in my life, and it was a borrowed steering wheel from a friend of mine, a childhood friend of mine. He borrowed that steering wheel from me for like 3 days, and came in like an absolutely destroyed cardboard box. It was like early 2000s. And somehow I managed to plug it into the PlayStation. It was a compatible one with the PlayStation. But the problem is that it worked very weirdly. As in, every single time you try to do, every single time you press the pedal, the entire construction started shaking. It was not like it was vibrations, because it was included it had included little engines to make the vibrations, but the thing is, the entire thing was making an awful lot of noise. I still don't know what kind of model it was, but I only used it once, then I was like, okay. Okay, thank you. If I want to get a massage, I'm just gonna go to the spa or something. But speaking of the racetracks, spa is not gonna be a massage. Spa in this game is probably one of the more difficult races to win, not counting Suzuka, because Suzuka is just on way different level. But then again, it all depends on the RNG, because you might get a rain, your car might malfunction, you might get fuel line just blown to pieces. Or you might change into a derp and crash into every single car possible. Matt Cat's wheel, it was pretty meh. Well, quite frankly, I am not really oriented into driving wheels anymore. Every single game that I have currently, if it's driving or not, if I can feel that I can use the... Again, if I'm gonna have to re-say that sentence. Every single time I see a racing game or any game that can use a controller and it's pretty playable that way, I'm just going for the controller, you know? One thing is not being able to really... like, affording basic wheel, it's one thing. The other thing is affording space to place that wheel. And my desk is already filled with water, allergy medication, antidepressants, 2 screens, a lamp, a light over here that probably does a little bit more harm than it actually helps. Because I'm looking like I'm entering the gates of heaven. Or at least I feel like it. Thankfully, it's like it has like a matte membrane, so it doesn't blast my eyes. But when it comes to the room that I'm currently working in, I would have to like put a lot of investment into proper lighting. Like the lamp, instead of being in the back of the room, I would have to place that lamp almost immediately above me. Prost, my dude, what are you doing? Come on, I'm driving a French Canadian and you are French too, come on. Don't make it difficult on yourself. We are allies in this race, okay? Console nowadays work well with the mouse. I mean, consoles were working well with the mouse and keyboard since back in the day. You were able to, if you could find it, you were able to get mouse and keyboard for then even like PlayStation 1, and you could play the Typing of the Dead on it. Typing of the Dead, there was a game that definitely could use a keyboard. But you could play like Time Crisis with a mouse. You even had, you know, your pistols for PlayStation 1, which was released by Namco. Don't really remember the name of it. Read on, please? No, reading is for nerds, come on. Understanding a single sentence or having... or splitting your attention, like, come on, who would do that? Enjoy the racing? Got some errands to run? Hey, thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate you stopping by and even having the shortest conversation. I really appreciate you and your content and your person. You're great. Thank you very much. And hope you're gonna have a good day, Jimmer. Thank you very much. Once again.
Race order. Williams number
In
1.
reality, Sony actually
Michael
does
Schumacher,
effort
Jean Alesi,
to make mouse
Gerhard
adapters not
Berger.
work.
We're at about the 2/3 mark now in terms of race distance. It's incredible. These drivers are controlling a car about half the weight of a Mini, and these things can accelerate to about 150 miles an hour in 6.5 to 7 seconds.
Yeah, right now you only have a mouse. I mean, right now you only have, like, with the PlayStation. Unless it's something in official capacity. Oh my god, I just realized how many cars I have in front of me. It's like 3, 6... I think there's at least 8 cars in front of me. Fun times ahead. Come on. Let me pass, thank you. Yeah, this corner. I'm not gonna pass on this corner. I'm gonna try to pass on the finish line. So far, so good. Still plenty of cars ahead of me. What the hell is that? Okay. Okay, okay, okay. I'm invisible, I suppose. What was he thinking?
I think there's some kind of incident. I can see yellow flags.
Well, thanks for damaging my rear wing, but Minardi, come on.
The race is underway again. The green flags are out.
I really have no idea what was he thinking right there. Can we play together? Did not really have that in plans. The plans for the playthrough is to do 18 rounds. Of course, in the span of a few days, but I don't know how it is possible to even play with somebody else. So sadly, I'm gonna have to decline. There's probably some kind of like online module or something like that, I don't know. I never really tried that kind of thing on a dark station. Not duck station, because it's a ducky station. It's the best emulator ever. Whoa, okay. That's a little bit spinny. 22 laps to go.
Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi.
After I'm gonna be
Gerhard
done with
Berger.
this race, I am definitely gonna take a break. And we're probably gonna do one more race after that, which is gonna be round 3 in Buenos Aires. Like 3 races a day. That would be a great number, honestly. Already lapping them for the 3rd and 2nd time. Okay. Rain weather does its thing. The crash on the back of my car with the Minardi wasn't really a nice thing. But yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to politely decline. Because even if I would play with somebody, first of all, I would need to know who you are. I'm a pretty paranoid that way, and a slight paranoia never really hurt. $20 laps left. I don't think anything major is going to happen. Then again, I might be speaking too early. But the line of those cars, man, that was kind of scary right there. At least 8 cars in front, and all of them in this section over here.
They have to concentrate on 2 things, trying to pass the car in front and trying to keep the car behind at bay.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Gerhard Berger. We're entering the final stages of the race. All the drivers left.
Yeah, that was a mistake on my part, because McLaren was right behind me, and I have decided, that's gonna be a good time to press on the brakes, and almost crashed. Probably would also lose the rear wing because of that. I think that if I'm gonna do this championship series, if I'm gonna finish them, assuming nothing is gonna happen, if I'm gonna finish this series, I'm gonna do another season. But I'm gonna make the game a little bit more difficult. As in, I'm probably gonna... I was thinking about removing the variable weather conditions and just play on constantly sunny, because it would make the race faster in general, but also it would make me it would make my situation much more difficult to catch the cars that are in front of me. But then on the other hand, if you don't have that RNG element of the weather just suddenly changing, you know, having to switch the tactics, having to switch how you behave on the track, I'm gonna be missing that.
Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher.
Oh, hi,
John
Minardi.
Alesi, Gerhard Berger. Of course, as the laps go on, these little potential opportunities that are not really on.
Then again, I already can see on the time that we are solid 5 hours into the stream.
I can do it. Have a lunge, and the chances are
So maybe on the day 1 doing only 2 racetracks would be a better idea. Considering that if the weather would change on the round 3 in Buenos Aires, I would not be certain if I would be able to fit in that time frame, because I can only stream for maximum 7 hours a day. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's 1, 2, yeah, 8 cars in front of me once again. Okay, so situation is somebody has an engine malfunction. And, yep, it's one of the stewards. One of the stewards had an engine malfunction and he was just starting to slugging his way across the track, and he created quite a long line of cars. It's actually very surprising that there was no severe accident over here.
He's just hit Brinson. The yellow flags are being waved by the marshal.
Nothing happened.
That's a warning. Some
Nothing happened. I didn't do anything.
Of unsportsmanlike conduct with that flag.
Sorry.
There's the all clear. The green flag.
I freaking knew that this is gonna happen. Eventually. Sorry, Franson. Don't hurt me. Okay, yeah, I deserve that white and black flag. I deserve that. I will admit. It doesn't stop me from feeling bad. That's karma is gonna respond to that very fast. I can guarantee. Karma exists and it's gonna punch me in the gut sooner or later. Fourteen laps left. But yeah, I'm thinking about that. I might actually finish after this race because
Race order. Williams number 1.
2 hours. It's
Michael Schumacher.
I mean 2 hours for a race, and I'm
Gerhard
counting
Berger.
like at least half an hour for practice and qualifying session. Therefore, yeah. if I would end up a race like maybe 30 minutes ago, assuming all the conditions would be right and everything would go right, I would definitely do a third race. But I think 2 races a day, at least when it comes to the current conditions, is a good enough choice. Also considering that that my freaking thumb is kind of freaking dying. And I have some errands to do in the house myself, so I think it's only fair. Laps left, and it seems like we might have a second victory. Considering that the weather and also the car itself is playing, it's basically everything is on our side for the Interlagos race. Which I'm actually glad about that. Usually when I try to go for Interlagos race, I am basically either getting a bunch of malfunctions or the car just breaks on the first 5 laps. So seeing this is actually a very, very, very nice thing. It brings the smile on my face. Are you going to the pits? No.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Gerhard Berger.
Sad part is, I'm not gonna be able to beat the Frenton's lap record. Well, I didn't beat the lap record, I beat him instead. It's your typical freaking high school bully tactic. If you cannot beat somebody in smarts and skill, beat them with the muscle. It's very not really adult approach. Then again, I would say that I did not intentionally crash into him. Though it was me not really thinking straight. I mean, I was going straight, but I wasn't thinking straight. And I just was like, hey, let's just go around. What could possibly go wrong? Boy, was I mistaken. Ten laps left. There were glimpses, like halfway through, like less than halfway through the race, where I was like, yeah, the weather's gonna change, it's gonna be sunny again, and it's gonna be faster.
This means that the gap between the qualifying time from the front to the back of the grid is now
But
much
no,
less.
oh boy. He hit you? No. I'm gonna take a blame for that. I'm gonna take 100% of the blame for that one. Because I knew where he was. And I cut right into him. Which is a thing I shouldn't do. You know, if it was somebody else, I would be like, what the hell is he doing? I would start blaming him left and right. But because it's a teammate, I'm willing to take the blame.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Gerhard Berger.
Oh, yep, there goes the demons of the past. Same corner. Same driver. Frentzen right in front of me. Oh, this time I'm gonna fix my problems. I'm not gonna screw him over like that again. The ghosts of a Christmas past have decided to invade me and show me the error of my ways so I can behave better. So I can be a better human being. Yes. Imagine driving a car and having an absolutely worst nose itch that you can ever feel in your life. That's me right now. I am suffering. Seven more laps to go. Alright, that's better.
Motor racing, driving a car right to its limit, is very much a skill from the head, not from the heart. But out on the track today, we're seeing some really passionate performances.
By passionate performances, you probably mean not sliding like it's a Tokyo Drift.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Gerhard Berger.
Probably lap 68, Murray was gonna say it's gonna be 5 laps left. For me, this is 5 laps. Because the way I'm counting laps is like, this is for me 5 laps to go, right? On the lap 72, it's number 0. I'm basically getting that 0 as the final number. Because normally people are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I'm weird. But then again, weird is good, because weird is different. Or so I learned. Yeah, I had to go on the side over here. I didn't really saw what that cross was. What this cross was actually doing. Okay, a little bit extreme over here.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Gerhard Berger.
Hey, thanks Whiskey stopping by, appreciate it. Come on. Come on, Tyrrell. Recognize the V10 superiority, there we go.
The front wings on these cars have had to be changed in recent years. They now have a thicker, rounded end plate so they can stand a much lesser chance of puncturing the tyre if they hit it.
Only 3 laps to go.
It's actually quite unprecedented for Interlagos to play so much in my favor. I'm happy about it, but something tells me that the tracks that I actually want to win on, I'm gonna get like the worst RNG ever. Hey Holtz. Yeah, so far so good. And don't get me wrong, I am not really complaining. In a matter of fact, I'm glad. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Holtz. Actually, if there's the one track that I don't want for it to be a rainy weather... No, actually, hold up. There are 2 tracks. If there's 2 tracks that I don't want that are gonna be happening in the future, in which I do not want any raining whatsoever, will be Imola and Monte Carlo. I want those races to be as dry as possible. I want them to be dry as an African desert. Okay, maybe not that dry because the engines would overheat like crazy, but still.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher, Jean Alesi, Gerhard Berger.
I want Imola to be dry because of its quite historical value. And I want Monte Carlo to not be in rain because driving on a street course, driving on a street course in rain, which 90% of the corner is just 90% of the course is just tight corners. I would consider that to be a hell of a race. Oliver Ponga, Apollo 3 reference. Alright, time to drive right next to the pit stop. Because we got it. Second race.
And there is the chicken flag.
Yeah, my thumb is kind of, well, it looks something like this. Ow. But I managed to. Ow, it actually really hurts. I need to get some kind of like, I don't know, plaster or something like that, because this is... This can be problematic in the future. Okay, mute the audio. But yeah, there we go. Race 1 hour 39 minutes and 26 seconds, with Schumacher, Alesi being lapped at least 4 times, and Berger, Panis, and Frentzen being lapped 5 times. Frentzen actually managed to conserve his position, and he got the 6 points, so it's 1 additional point for the team. I gained 20 points in total. Schumacher second with 12, Alesi 8 points, Berger 6, Panis 4, and Frentzen got his very first point this championship. With now Williams being at 21 points, Benetton being at 14, Prost at Ferrari 12, Prost at 4, and McLaren has a single point throughout the entire career. And right now, this is the round 3 of the championship. Actually, I need to save it. I need to save this game on a different state. It's gonna be saved on their number 2. But yeah, we only have like solid 2 hours of a stream for people that are watching this currently on Twitch. We only have like solid 2 hours of a stream left. It's not gonna be enough to do the qualifying session. It's not gonna be enough to do practice qualifying in the race and all compete at the same time, unless RNG is gonna bully me and malfunction my car, which I don't want that to happen. I want to have the full race experience. Of course, if something is going to happen, I cannot help it. But I think this is a good time to stop it right here. One thing for people on YouTube, if you guys have enjoyed the race and my content, consider following. Consider subscribing, ringing the bell, stopping the like, and leaving a comment, all that good stuff that is available on YouTube. And I'm gonna see you guys on the round 3, which is Buenos Aires. Thank you guys very much. See you in the next video. Also, credits for the music, all in the video description as well.